Hello everyone. This is the third video under the header Scientific Notations. And the topic of this video is dealing with numbers expressed in scientific notations. Before we move ahead with the topic, please have a look at these questions. These are the world problems and the numbers in all of these problem sums has been expressed in scientific notation form because the numbers were either very large or very small. This is very small and this is very large. So if we have to sort out these problem sums, we should be able to operate these numbers expressed in scientific notations with each other. This is what I mean by dealing the numbers expressed in scientific notation form. So dealing means you should be able to compare these numbers, should be able to multiply, divide, add, and subtract. So let's start. Let's take first comparing numbers in scientific notation form. And here are four numbers. We have to compare them. Suppose we have to arrange them in the decreasing order. So which one is the biggest one? Which is to be placed first? In our first video of scientific notation, we told you that the second term of this expression tells us the number of digits in this number. And greater the number of digits, greater is the number. So we will calculate the number of digits in all of these four numbers by looking here. 10 raised to power 7, as it is 10 million. So 9 into 10, 10 raised to power 7 will be 90 million. So 90 million, it's a 7-digit number, 10 million also and 90 million also. So number of digits can only be counted from here. Okay, so number of digits in this is 7, in this number is also 7, in this number it's 8, in this number it is again 8. So these two are 7-digit number and these two are 8-digit number. That means these two are bigger than these two. So the order is gonna be like this. In these blanks, which one will come first, this or that? Because they are same, they have same number of digits. This is also an 8-digit number and this is also. But this one is bigger. So the first number here will come is this, then the second is this, third is this, and the fourth is this. Now let's take the second example. So here the powers are negative. These are very small numbers, these are very big numbers because it's a 7-digit number and it is a decimal number. So to interpret them, let's convert them into fractions. We know when we will shift this to denominator, the power will become positive. Just like this. Now they are in fractional form and we know how to compare fractions. Suppose these are two fractions. This is 2/3 and this is 4/5. Something has been divided into 3 parts and something has been divided into 5 parts. Where the piece size is gonna be big? Here. No? Here the piece size is gonna be big and here it's gonna be small. So this is 1/5 piece and this is 1/3 piece. So here it is 2 such pieces and here it is 4 such pieces. Which one is gonna be bigger? We don't know because 2 big pieces and 4 small pieces, it can be that this is bigger than this, and because the count is more, so maybe this is bigger than this, or maybe they are equal. So what do? We make the piece size same. How do we make piece size same? This is 3 and we can multiply it with 5 and here also by 5. Here we'll multiply with 3 and here also we will multiply with 3. So what will this become? This will become 10/15th and this will become 12/15th. So which one is gonna be bigger? Obviously this one. So this is how we compare fractions. No? So here this one is greater. If we compare, suppose we are comparing these two only. To compare this, let's follow the same procedure. And that is, let's make the denominator same. For making the denominator same, we have to multiply the denominator by 10. And so to counterbalance it, we'll multiply it with 10. Now, what's the answer? Answer is this. Here, when we made the piece size same, so there was a full probability that both the numerator will change and any one of them can be bigger. But here, we need not to touch the denominator of this. We just have to make this 10 raised to power 8, and there is no probability that this numerator will change, but this will definitely change to a 2-digit number, because when the numbers are in scientific notation form, then to make the denominator same, we'll be multiplying with 10 or a number more than 10. Suppose this is 10 raised to power 7 and this is 10 raised to power 9, then we had to multiply with 10 raised to power 2. But the minimum number we had to multiply by 10 in this particular case. So definitely this is gonna be a 2-digit number, but this will stay only 1-digit number because initially all of them are 1-digit number as scientific notation form is so. So whenever we will try to make the denominator same, this will always become bigger. So here the piece size was bigger because it is 10 raised to power 7 and this is 10 raised to power 8. So piece size was small. So here you are getting, if you make them same, we are getting 8 pieces of 10 raised to power 8, and here we are getting 35 pieces of 10 raised to power 8. Okay, so I would say there's no need for this procedure. We can say whenever we will compare this and this even, so when we multiply with 10, this numerator will always be bigger than this. So in short, when we have to compare these numbers, we need not to go through this procedure. We can just focus here. No, the piece size is gonna be greater here because of 10 raised to power minus 7. It will become 10 raised to power 7 in the denominator. So these two numbers are bigger than this. Here we can create a shortcut, and 10 in the second term of the expression, if the power is more, then the number is more. No? Because minus 7 is greater than minus 8. So either the power is positive or the negative. Now we have the same rule. Greater the power of the second term, greater is the number. Minus 7 is greater than minus 8 and 8 is greater than 7. So here these two are bigger and these two are smaller. So we have this, and amongst this one is bigger. Then 3 will come, then 8.1 and then 8. This is how we compare the numbers just by looking at this. Let's move ahead. Next is multiplying and dividing the numbers in scientific notation form. Here are two numbers in scientific notation forms. We know laws of exponents. These are exponents. Laws of exponents works with operator multiplication and division. We have laws that works with these two operators. So this is easy to handle. No, they all are getting multiplied. So multiplication is the only operator, so we can perform any multiplication first. No, because BODMAS gives us the sequence in which we have to follow the operators, but here all the operators are multiplication. So we'll choose intelligently. We'll choose to multiply 9 and 2.7. They can be multiplied. Okay, and then this will be multiplied with this. We can perform multiplication in any order. 2 into 3 into 7, we can multiply 2 into 7 first, then 3 later. Any order, no? It doesn't alter our result. So this is 24.3 and the parts will get added up. So the answer is this. Now this is not in the scientific notation form. So this decimal has to be shifted here backwards. Whenever decimal is to be shifted backwards, so we need a 10 in the denominator. We must divide because we are shifting it towards left. Okay, and one more logical way, this is 24.3. We have to make it 2.43. We have to make it less. So we will divide. So here we have to bring this decimal to here. So we'll divide by 10, and to counterbalance we have to multiply with 10, and this is 10 raised to power 19. This will get used up here, so this will turn into 2.43 and here 10 raised to power 20. Let's come over to the second question. This is division. So we can write it in this form. Here also we'll divide this by this and this by this, just like this. And when we'll divide, this will come 0.4, and here division law of exponents, power will get subtracted. This is not in scientific notation form because the ones place is empty. It is to be equal to 1 or greater than 1. So we'll bring the decimal to this side now. 0.4 has to become 4. 0.4 is less, 4 is more. So we have to make it more. So this time we have to multiply by 10. Here we have to multiply by 10, and to counterbalance we will divide by 10. Okay. We can happily write this equal to sign here because we didn't change anything. This is actually equals to this because 0.4, 10 raised to power 3, and if it is 10 then we have 1 over 10 also, which can cancel. So this is, we have written them equal. Okay. Now we'll involve these two to make 4, and this will become 10 raised to power 3 minus 1, and which is this, and this is our answer. So this is how we have to multiply and divide. Okay, so you showed how we multiply this to this and the second term to second term, and I also showed you how do we convert any number into scientific notation form. Okay, now let's come up with, let's do adding and subtraction of numbers in scientific notation form. This is gonna be a bit trickier because laws of exponent doesn't work with plus and minus. Okay, so here we have to follow normal BOD sum. See, if you see here, we have this and there is addition. So 2 multiplication and there is addition. We cannot perform addition first. We have to multiply. And whom to multiply? This to this, this to this. We cannot take it to this side and multiply this with this because the operator is not multiplication between them. First we have to deal with this and then this. There is no shortcut. Okay. So we have to multiply with this. So we are multiplying by 1000. When we multiply, the number becomes more. No. So how many places decimal will shift this side? 3 places. 1 place is occupied by 3. So we'll place 2 more 0. Okay, I suppose you know the shortcut. 8.3 into 1000 is 8300. Decimal was here, now it is here in a way. Okay, and this will become this because here we are multiplying with 10 raised to power minus 2. We don't know how to multiply, so we are with 10 raised to power minus 2. So we are sorting it out. This is what we mean by 10 raised to power minus 2. Okay, now this is actually equals to this. Now 7.6 divided by 100, number will become less. That means decimal will shift this side. How many places? 2 places. So 1 place is covered by 7. Next we'll place 0. So this is the answer. We know how to add them up. Now we have to convert this into scientific notation form. So decimal has to come here backwards. So we'll divide by 1000 because 3 places backwards, and then it is 1000 again. So now we got this. Okay, next question is this. Again I chose plus. Actually there is no difference between plus and minus. If there would be minus operator, the steps would have, they will be same. Only at this point we would have subtracted. Okay, now here both the powers are positive, so we'll multiply by 10 raised to power 3. Decimal will shift 3 places ahead, here 2 places ahead. So it's gonna be like this. Then we'll add them up. Now scientific notation form, decimal is here because this is 9060.0. So it is actually here. So 3 places back means divide by 1000 and multiply by 1000. So this will give us the first number and here is the second number. Now let's come over to the third sum. What's the difference between this and this? Here the powers are very big. I purposely chose this because you may have to deal with this type of question in your problem sums. You must know this. Now what's trickier about it? If you focus on these two questions, what is our first step? First step is multiply them and addition is performed later. No? Multiply and addition is performed later. But how to multiply? There's no issue. Here 10 raised to power 23. So decimal will shift 23 place ahead. One place is occupied by 3. So how many more zeros? 22. So this is gonna be 83 into 10 raised to power 22. No? So see what I have done. I didn't write it like this because that was a tedious task. So what did I write? I'm just pretending that I have written this format. This is actually this is 8300 and it has to be 83 and 22 zeros. I don't want to go through that procedure, so I wrote it like this. But anyways, this is my standard form. No? And so is this. Okay. Now the thing is we have to add them up. Here we were able to add them up because I can write 8300 and 760. I'm able to see them. So I can write them like this, one under the another, and can easily add them. Okay, but how to add them? We don't know. See, when we add two numbers, we write ones place under the ones place, we add tens place to the tens place, hundreds place to the hundred place. Okay, so this is a big number. How to write? How will it look like? We don't know that. So here a trick can be used, and that is, let's make this 10 raised to power 22. How this sort out our problem? Let's see. So what I have done, I have written this second number in 10 raised to power 22 form. Okay, so what did I do? 10 raised to power 24 was actually equals to 10 raised to power 2 into 10 raised to power 22. So 10 raised to power 2 I have used here. 765 into 10 raised to power 2 is this. Okay, now why did we do this? We multiplied, kept them so, and then we made their pass same because now we are able to add them up. How come? Let's see. You know what is this number? This number is 7, 6, 5, 0, 0 and followed by 22 zeros, no? So there are going to be more zeros. How many zeros? 22 followed by 22 zeros. I'm not going to write them. And what is this? This is 83 followed by 22 zeros. So where should I write 83? I know these are 22 zeros and here also there are 22 digits, these red ones. So I got to know that I have to write 83 here. No? So did you understand what was the purpose to write them in the same pass? Same pass actually gives us an idea that how to write them for addition, which digit is to be placed under which digit. Now we can easily add them up. No? What is our answer? 7, 6, 5, 8, 3 followed by how many zeros? 22 zeros. No? So what can we write? Can we write 76583 into 10 raised to power 22? So this is actually a shortcut. You even need not to write this. Here we know by writing them in this format, in the same power format gives us an idea that this is to be, now we can add up this to this. We are not violating BODMAS rules now. This is a procedure which is going in back of our mind. Okay, so 83 followed by 22 zeros and 76,500 followed by 22 zeros is actually equals to 76,583 into 10 raised to power 22. No? So did you understand this? Now I'm erasing it. So what is our answer? 76853 into 10 raised to power 22. Okay. So 76583 into 10 raised to power 22. And now we have to convert this into scientific notation form. And you know how to convert it. We have to divide by 10 raised to power 4 and multiplied by 10 raised to power 4. And that will sort our purpose. See? Okay. So this will convert into the first term and this is our second term. Okay. Now next, let's do the next thing. Next sum. Here the powers are negative. You know how to deal with them. We have to convert them into positive power first, so they will become fractions. Now we have to make the piece size same. Okay, this is 10 raised to power 23. So what will we do? We will actually multiply this with 10 raised to power 3. And so is here 10 raised to power 3. So what will happen? So then, this will become 8300, 8.3 into 10 raised to power 3, 8300, and this will become 10 raised to power 26. Now we can easily add them up, which is 8307.65. Okay, and this is 10 raised to power 26. Now what do we have to do? We have to make this into scientific notation form. So for scientific notation form, we're going to play something. In the previous sum, what did we do? We divided by 10 raised to power 4. Here it has to be shifted 3 places back, so we divided by 10 raised to power 3 and then multiplied also. Here we already have 10 raised to power 3. So why should not we take it out like this? This is 10 raised to power 3. And then here we will have 10 raised to power 23. No? So what will be our answer? 8.3075, okay, into 10 raised to power minus 23. No? So this is our answer. So here I taught you how to add, subtract in the same way. This was a bit trickier, but I explained you how. The only different thing is we have to reach this. The important step for this is this one. No? This is the important step. Okay, and then rest is the same. So this is so we learned how to add, subtract, multiply, divide and compare, and now I suppose you are able to do the problem sums. If you have any further queries, please ask in the comment box. Okay, and that's all for this video. Thank you.